Grab your popcorn, kick back and relax, because it's time for some more Karnage. So, in today's video, we got another unboosted bottleneck solo. So, here is the task force, so you can see it is a 5-man group, so it is scaled the same as a 5-man. So, we got, at the moment, we got Ballast. That's the one we're going to be showing. I did try a hit on Mercury. It was a really hard Mercury, actually. There was like 1,000 rockets just everywhere, and I'll actually show that. I won't show the full attack, I'll just show the base before we get into it. So, Shock Blaster on the shore, really bad. 3 rockets up the top, rockets all over the place here. So, pretty crazy. So, I went with my tank medic hit, which if you guys have seen that, pretty much I park it like between this flamethrower and this cell. Why isn't it clicking? Yeah, so between this power cell and this flamethrower. And just destroying everything along the way. So I bring Everspark up there, take out the boom cannon, use that as a distraction to get my tanks so I can get more value out of my shock. Destroy the shock launcher, which normally isn't even there, so I had to waste a little bit of gunboat energy on that. GBE the one boom cannon, and then we basically just clear forward and get to the core. But unfortunately, I timed out. About 20 or so seconds longer, I would have had it. But sadly, time ran out. Not a whole lot you can do when you're doing unboosted tank medic as your strategy when there's that many rockets around. I think 2 power powder boost, I would have had that solo quite easily. The 4 boats of medics obviously being my counter to the incredible amount of rocket fire, not to mention the high damage boost on the rockets themselves. So anyway, we'll check out Ballast. So if you don't know what Ballast looks like, this is what it looks like. Pretty old school base, if I don't say so myself. This is something we used to do, like a long time ago, before they started introducing lots and lots of, stuff. So, this core had like 600 and something K, I think. So I'll show the ice statue. So there was 68 for building damage, 288 for building health. The cores have 200,000 base health, so if you plus the building health onto it, that's how much it has in terms of health. So, the flag landing with 1 smoke to counter the, the machine guns. So, there's the flare, and you can see he's used 1 artillery to deal with the 3 mines that were next to the flamethrower. And they're walking a super solid, nice tight path, which allows him to allows him to space out his smokes a fair bit, actually. So, he's getting up to the core. He's going to need to drop another flare. And there's his kill spot. So, his zookas are at the kill spot right now, which means he's going to flare the core. Does he still have brick? Probably. No, it doesn't look like he has brick. So he lost a total of 18 zookas in this attack, which means, he lost approximately 10 zookas at the start there, I'd say. But, really good attack. Kinda interesting that he didn't use brick. I guess he didn't want them to peek. Normally, I hit it from over here. I sort of park up here, so I'm out of range of these machine guns, and then I just sort of, drop 2 shocks and a critter box or whatever, but his approach is actually a lot easier. I do like that approach, and I think, to be perfectly honest, he's pathing on a lot of these sort of bases that you'll see in these videos, or this series in general. You'll see, he always finds a path that allows his zookas to walk super tight right up the base, and allows him to space his smokes out a lot more, which allows him to save GBE and get more shocks and stuff like that at the end. So, I mean, super solid attacks. Blast, I mean, it's really a base that some people struggle on, because they like to tmed at that point still, and it's like they're trying to deal with the boom cannons and stuff. Which, if we go back and look at that base, actually, I was scouting it for a tmed hit, actually, because I thought maybe this would be an easy one. But if you look at it, normally you tmed from like up the top here, like above the mortar, and you GBE an artillery like these boom cannons. And assuming you're boosted, that's the easy hit for that base. But the problem is with this here, that really isn't a viable option. So this is like I think this series is like a really good statement to the fact that if you're good with zookas, like, you can do these sort of hits unboosted without really any problem, and pretty crazy stuff. And just for the sake of the fact that this video is only 6 minutes long at the time right now, we might as well just look at TechCrunch. So it looks like on his lower level account, or not lower level, but the account with less statues and still has troop health, unfortunately, we had a really easy version of TechCrunch. So might as well show it while we're here. I won't put it on the thumbnail as this being included though, because I think I don't really feel like this base has really any benefit or additional difficulty or any real difference, in fact, to the strategy I used on the last video of this. So, will he get caught by that mine? Yes, he did, but he had troop health, so that saved him. So, pretty easy TechCrunch, to be honest. This is like Gambit at this point. It's like Gambit with shields. I remember the first one we encountered when we started the series. There was like there was rockets all over the place, dude. There was like 3 rockets here. There was just rockets over here. I think there was a couple down here somewhere. Pretty much this top corner here, where that first destroyed power cell is on the left, that was like the only dead spot to the entire base, and you could only make that happen if you destroyed like 1 rocket, which means you had to flash kill and try to avoid mortars, and it was messy, man. It was really, really messy. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, let me know in the comments down below what you thought. Really happy that this series is starting to come to a close. Because to be honest, it's been pretty good, but at the same time, I'm sort of ready to go back to normal Boom Beach gameplay. So, yeah, if you liked it, tell me what you thought, and I'll see you guys in the next one.